This is Design Challenge 3 by Alex Hinkle. Today we will be looking at the classic decision-making model. These are the steps to define the classic decision-making model. Step 1. Identify decision situations. Where are problems or opportunities where a decision is needed to be made? Step 2. Develop objectives and criteria. What specific criteria are needed to make these decisions, and what are the relative weightings of each of these criteria? Step 3. Generate alternative outcomes. What are past solutions that have worked for similar situations, and what is a possible new solutions to this particular problem? Step 4, analyze the alternatives. What are the minimally acceptable results of each alternative? What are the feasibilities that these alternatives will work? And what is the best results? Which alternatives produce the best results? Step 5, select the alternative. Step 6, implement the decision made. What are the sources and reasons for possible resistance? What is the chronology and sequence of actions needed to be taken to implement the decision? What are the required resources needed to implement the decision? And what tasks need to be delegated to implement the decision properly? Step 7 is to monitor and evaluate the results. This is Kaya. She is the manager of a store, and she realizes a problem for step 1, that someone is stealing merchandise. Then, for step 2, she develops objectives and criteria by understanding I must be 90% sure I know who did it before firing someone. Step 3, she generates the alternatives. She says she could have a team meeting, she could have individual meetings with each of her staff, or she could watch the tapes for suspicious activity. Step 4, she analyzes the alternatives. Option 3 doesn't give me any evidence. It just doesn't really help. Options 2 and 1 are both feasible, but option 1 will give me the best results. Step 5, she selects the alternative that she will have individual meetings with each of the staff. Step 6, she says she tries to implement the decision. If I talk to everyone at different times, then people will talk and could warn the culprit. I must pull them all together and have individual meetings with each member of the staff to discuss the issues. Step 7, she monitors and evaluates the results. She realizes that Sam is the one that was stealing merchandise, and she fires her.